Now tuned into something super tight. Puffin' something sticky, nigga, I roll through the light. Need to hear something real just to get me through the night. I'm looking for them jackets cause I know they looking shy. Know I'ma get some game, tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get the low love from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.
So speaking of rainwater.
Let's go. That's where we're starting. Let's go.
I had someone just recently. It's not going to be about rainwater in a sense.
I don't care if it is. We could go wherever, man.
In a sense it is, but in a sense it's not. It's more about Ttod Bumpy Johnson.
Oh, my man. That's my guy.
Now, am I saying it correct? Let's just say Bumpy Johnson.
Ttod Bumpy Johnson, man.
Ttod
That's
Bumpy
my guy,
Johnson.
Man.
Now, I heard you still got your hands in the projects.
Yeah, I mean, look, man.
And I swear, I told I argued, I said, no, that's all rainwater. That's no rainwater.
Man, I'll be honest with you, Bobo. Like, look, I'm a mentor to a lot of these young guys, and whether or not I wanted that responsibility or not, you know, I've inherited that just from years of experience.
Yes.
You know, and just being around and, you know, just doing business the right way, right? So
yes.
Bumpy, I met him several years back, and even before he started catching, fire, started,
yes.
Gaining momentum, he had asked me to manage him. Like, I mean, I don't ever want to put that out there like that, but
you said it on the last show.
I did, right?
Yeah, we talked about that. This is like a follow up to that.
Yeah. So within the context of that, I was helping him out. I mean, I haven't helped him as much recently, but look, my line's always open for him. Mm-hmm. He can call me when we talk. We pick up. He congratulated me recently on some of the stuff that we had going on. I haven't been as involved in terms of like, because I know that he got a little sensitive there, right? Mm-hmm. But I will say this, in full transparency, I had a record label, so there's a gentleman by the name of Orlando Wharton who is in charge of Priority Records now. Mm-hmm. He had reached out to Bumpy, and we had like a kind of a conversation about Bumpy. Mm-hmm. And so I let Bumpy know, like, hey, dude, this guy's wanting to talk to you. He wants to, potentially have a conversation with you in New York. And, I mean, as far as that's concerned, he's like, yo, man, if I go out there, will you go out there with me? I was like,
no, wait a minute. Let me ask you this.
You know what I'm saying?
How long ago was this?
It was a few months back.
Is rainwater receptive to you being involved?
I don't think we've ever had a conversation. I mean, rainwater, after I started kind of doing the whole like being outspoken.
Yes.
He did reach out and like, yo, let's do an interview. But he would always reach out to me to do an interview on his time. Mm-hmm. It's like, bro, I got a life. You know what I'm saying? I got kids, I got a wife, like I got responsibilities. I got to,
exactly
line it up with my production team. So I can't just drop what I'm doing because I want to do an interview. But I also wanted to come from a place of respect, not a place of like, you wanted to clear your name or whatever. So I don't know that he's receptive, but I also don't know that he knows. And I don't know that he really cares, to be quite honest with you. But, like I said this recently, I did another interview and I said, like, when it comes to him in specific, mm-hmm. clearly he has some form of influence, and I can't do nothing but respect the fact that he's worked his way into a point to where he can get that influence.
Yes.
But I just think I'm better at everything. That's it. You know what I mean?
You still think you better?
Listen, I don't think I know, bro. This is what I'm talking about. Listen, if this is a sport.
Vega up in here.
I go, man, I'm going to talk like, look, let me talk my shit.
Pump your shit.
I say this is a sport sometimes for me, and it's the same thing. You come from an era where being the best mattered. That mattered. It meant something to us. Like when as an artist,
exactly,
you wanted to get on the microphone and you wanted to outdo everybody.
Yes. And
I recently put this into context where I was like, man, you know what really drives me crazy is that I meet a lot of young talent, and these young guys that I meet, they'll because let's be honest, hard work is subjective. What people consider hard work is subjective. Like, I'm putting that work in. Like, well, really, that's based on your interpretation of what hard work what work is, right? So I said, well, look, in reality, you paying for this and paying for that, that's really not work, in my opinion. That's really what's expected from me. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's the prerequisite.
My friend said it best. He said, man, it's not about, working hard because that's subjective. It's about outworking everybody. Mm-hmm. And when we came up in the era that we were coming from, like, that meant something.
It meant a lot.
You know why?
It meant everything.
Because we didn't come from the everyone gets a ribbon era.
Ooh.
participation ribbon.
Yeah, when they started that, you know what I
Let
mean?
me give him a green ribbon.
Right.
Yeah,
You know, it required you not to work as hard because if everybody gets a ribbon, it's not as special.
So I looked at it from when I started this whole rainwater situation back when I did, and D's kind of the Big D recipes, right? He's a big reason behind it, right? But I told him, I was like, look, man, it's like if I see a basketball in the middle of a court and I'm a baller and I think I'm better than you, I'm going to challenge you to one-on-one. Right? Especially when people are talking about you as if.
Can't be the man till you take out the man.
Especially when we're talking about, you know, people think you're the best. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. But you know what? I believe it or not, I'll be a society. Like, I do respect anybody that puts in that work. And, you know, the guy puts in his work, and I can't do nothing but respect it. But
it's your girl, Jazzy K with Super Tight TV. We want to thank everyone that's been watching. Hey, if you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, also press the notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video.
No, I'ma get some game tuned in with Super Tight, yeah. I get it all up from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.